Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you guys a package that I received from Jennifer, who is NPA here on YouTube. I wasn't expecting this package, but I do have to say that I did watch her video. She shared this package on her channel a few days ago. And I did watch it, and I knew almost immediately that the pocket letter was for me. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced, let me take this out. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced somebody sharing something on their channel and you just know that that is for you or not. But I didn't want to, you know me. I knew the pocket letter was for me, but I wasn't about ready to say, hey, I know that pocket letter is for me. Let me tell you how amazing it is. Because, A, you don't want to look like an ass and assume, that it is for you. But I knew the second that I seen it that it was my pocket letter. And the reason why is because Jennifer, if you guys don't know who she is, I highly suggest you going over to her channel and checking it out. She is one of the most caring, giving, blunt people, all wrapped up into this fantastic package into one person. When she goes to make you something, she definitely has you in her thoughts. She doesn't rush through things. She takes her time and create something specifically for you. And that's the reason why I knew that this was for me. It's because it is everything that I like in one package. There is no way to explain to you how it goes. Whenever I was watching her video as she was sharing this pocket letter, because I knew it was for me, and the entire pocket letter, you guys, as soon as I open it, you guys will understand what I'm saying. Soon as I seen it, it just automatically brought tears to my face. And the reason why is because the entire pocket letter is everything that I love, but everything that reminds me of my grandmother at the same time. And that is the reason why it brought me to tears, because she watches your channel and she just figures out who you are, and then she creates something specifically for you. I mean, everybody creates something for people, you know what I mean? But not everybody gets you in the way that she understands people. So that's the reason why I'm saying, nobody, if you don't know who she is, like I said, you need to go check her channel out, and I will have her in the description bar below so you can go over and do that. Because I'm getting ready to show you magic, and I'm going to try to do it without crying. So here's the deal behind this pocket letter, guys. I entered a challenge of hers a little while ago, and she, at that time, wanted to give back to, I ended up winning that challenge, and the winners, she wanted to give all the winners a pocket letter that was made for them. This is probably, she says in her little letter, which I'm not going to read out loud, that it's been 4 months ago. And so this is the reason why I wasn't expecting the package, is because I totally forgot that, she said that she was going to eventually send me this pocket letter. I totally forgot all about it. And like I said, the second that I seen her post the video on it, I couldn't even comment on the video because I knew it was for me and I didn't want to spoil it for her. So oh, look how cute her stamp is. That is too cute. I love that. This is her, created by Jennifer, and then NPA is her YouTube channel. I love that barcode with the flower sticking out of it. Too stinking cute. I lost my train of thought. It's been 4 months ago, so I wasn't expecting, I totally forgot all about it, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it. And then, bam, here she comes at me with this heartfelt pocket letter that she's been trying to make for 4 months. But you see the roses in the background, guys? First of all, this paper just reminds me of wallpaper. Not wallpaper that was in my grandmother's house, the last house she had, but her old house had wallpaper in it in her bathroom, almost exactly like this design. And almost the identical color as well. Super, super cute. I love all of her laces. This little lace piece reminds me of, in my grandmother's kitchen, she used to have this valance above her sink, and it was quite similar to this piece of lace in and of itself. So super cute, so dainty. The valance was handmade. I cannot remember if she made it or if it was gifted to her, but it was very dainty and very lace-like, and it was crocheted. And here is a applique. It might not be an applique. It might just be a piece of the another piece of trim. Super cute. But I love the way that this card goes, and you open it like that, and it pops out. So it's like a trifold card, kinda. I mean, technically, I think this is like a Dutch door, maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know the technical terms of cards. And then all this itty bitty tiny little beaded work right here. So super cute. I mean, that has to take some time to do. You know what I mean? Like, I would be in there with tweezers. I don't know if the beads came that way and it's like a sticker and she just placed it on there. I can't quite tell. But either way, if she did it one by one, it must have taken you time. My fat fingers would have had to have. Look at these hearts, and I know this pulls out. I love the hello on there. Super, super cute. You can take that out and journal on it, or you can leave it just like that and journal off to the side over here. Super cute. I love the card. She tells me in her note that I can give it away or keep it. But I think that I will probably end up keeping it, and I'll probably keep it with my pocket letter. So she sends me a pinwheel, and she sends the pinwheel because she loves pinwheels. I love pinwheels too. My grandmother used to have these in her garden all over the time, all over the time, all of the time. She would have really big ones down to really tiny ones, all in her gardens and in her raised flower beds. So I love pinwheels. Super, super, super cute. I love it. I'm going to be putting it in my cup here on my desk. You guys don't ever see that, but I will see it all the time. So here we are. We're going to open this pocket letter and see if I can make it through without crying. So we have this feather piece, and she's actually attached it to a clip here. So I think it's cute. I think it's pink, and I love it. And I'm not sure how I will use this, but I will use it. Super, super cute. Oh, look. She sends this little package of trims, and it is in pinks because pink's one of my favorite color. I like the rickrack here, and I love this fringe here, and I love this dainty lace part there. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So I'm going to go, here it is in its totality right here. I mean, this is just my grandmother made over. Like, if my grandmother was still here, she would be crafting like this because these are all the things that she loves. And I love them because they're all her favorite things. So I'm going to go row by row, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, I have never seen somebody be able to just listen to you talk and then turn around and be able to make you something that is just you. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. So again, just like on the front of this card, this little lacy piece here reminds me of that valance she used to have over her sink in the kitchen. Now, my grandmother had like a 1960s, 70 kitchen. And so, you know that olive green color that they used to have, like with the orange and the greens back in the 60s and 70s, might have even been 50s. Her kitchen was in that green color. So for me, she offset that green with tans, which is the reason why I like vintage pieces, is straight up because of her country kitchen that she used to have. So this just reminds me of the piece that was over her sink. The lace underneath of that lace is just something that reminds me. She used to have these sheer white curtains, but they were the very long flowing kind, the ones that you put over the top of another curtain. They're used just for decoration. She had those in her living room and that kind of pattern. Then my grandmother would have loved, loved, loved these pieces. My dream comes true. These are just, they just look vintage to me, and they just look like something that, they remind me of brooches that come out of, you know, the 20s and the 30s. And my grandmother was born in the 20s, and so this is something that she would have had with her at all times. And then this next row here is, and by the way guys, all of this paper in the background, this row here has got roses on it. The card had roses on it, and my grandmother grew roses like it was going out of style. They were everywhere. Miniature roses, all different colored roses. I mean, I spent hours, and I'm not kidding you when I say hours, in the evening time in the summer. I used to spend the summers with her. In the evening time in the summer, it would take me hours to water her plants for her. And that was something that I just did naturally because you want to help your grandmother, you know. So I would go out there and start watering her garden, watering her flowers, watering her roses. And there, it took me an hour or more to get through all of that. But the doily in the background, I just love doilies. My grandma used to have crocheted doilies, handmade ones, all over her house, on top of her piano, on top of her little decorative shelves in her bathroom. She had curio cabinets that had dolls in it. They were underneath her dolls to display her dolls that she had. So cute. I just love that little tag she's got there with the pink rose on it. And I don't know if you can see those little pearls, but they're gold on the inside, or on the outside. And some of them are like a lilac color. Some of them look like they're a peachy color, or maybe like a light pink color. And then there looks to be like some pink ones, but they may all be the same color. Maybe it's just the light hitting it. I'm filming this at like 9 o'clock at night, so it may all be one color. And then the bottom one down here, we have our little teacup. And the teacup is probably what made me go to tears, is because she doesn't know this, but my grandmother had a set of china that looked exactly like that teacup. And with the rose, with the gold lining around the plate and everything. Around the teacup and around the plate. Just like that. It looked just like that. And so when I seen that teacup, I just lost it. To me, like, this is the stuff my grandmother loved. Hummingbirds. This looks like a collar of a shirt to me, and her wearing this necklace. I could just imagine her on her Sunday dress, wearing a dress that had this collar right here, and then her hummingbird necklace underneath of it. I mean, I could just see it. it's things like this whenever I feel like whenever you are struggling or having a hard time, like for example, this part of the year is the worst part of the year for me, for many reasons. One, because my grandma got sick around this time. We shared the same birthday, and then she passed away in December after that. So, and even though it's been like 6 years ago, this part of the year is still really, really hard for me. But it's things like this that remind me that she's still here. Like, you know, Jennifer had no idea that this teacup would mean so much to me. But she put it in there anyway. You know, a higher force led her to put that cup there, and a higher force led me and her to be YouTube friends. And then she ends up sending me this pocket letter with this teacup on it and this hummingbird. I mean, hello. This whole pocket letter, a higher force had Jennifer like creating this pocket letter for me. And that's the reason why whenever I seen it, I knew it was for me. She didn't have to tell me it was for me, but I also, again, didn't want to comment on her video and say, hey, this is for me, and then me feel like an asshole because it wasn't. But I knew, like, deep down inside that the pocket letter was for me. And I believe that because whether or not you believe in God or not, I think that there's greater forces out there that just work on people's hearts and souls. You do good things, people do good things, you give it back in return, you get things back in return. And I think this is just one of those things where, you know, Jennifer had no idea. Some of the things on here she knew that I enjoyed, like the hummingbird. She knew I told this story in one of my videos about these hummingbirds and my grandma. So she knew that one, I'm sure. But she had no idea that this teacup would mean what it means to me. And so that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's those little itty bitty pieces of life that just makes me, it almost takes my breath away. The amount of, if you just open your eyes and look and see what's actually in front of you, then, I mean, it's the little things like this that absolutely mean the most to people when they need it the most. Like, you know, this is a hard time for me in the time of year, and she had no idea that this cup would mean what it means to me when she put it on there, but I'm so glad that she did. And like I said, that is the reason why, if you don't know who she is, you really need to go over and check her out. So I'm going to flip this over and just briefly show you the goodies. I'm not going to go in there and take everything out. And the reason why I'm now going to go through the back is because I'm starting to tear up, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to show you what's in the back here. So she sent me in a couple of teas. And I love blueberry and sweet tangerine I've never had, but I kind of want to try it because it says positive energy, which I need at this moment. We got these two little clips in here that are fish. We have these little rhinestones, which are on the front of the pocket. And this pocket over here. And then we have these flatbacks over here, which I love. I love the different sizes of them. She shared with me all of my favorite washies. Not all my favorite washies, but all of my favorite colors in washi samples. And then she shared some of these burlap pieces, which I love the burlap. And then she's wrote, with love, August 2017 from NPA Nails. Wait, what does that say? Yeah, Jennifer, NPA Nails. I was trying to read it upside down. And then in this little envelope, we have, what do we have? We have bow punches. Oh my gosh, I said punches. Am I going to get my video banned for saying that? Gee whiz. I absolutely love this gemstone star. I would probably hoard that for a little bit because I just love things that are stars, and I love things that are glittery and shiny, and this is all of the above, so I love it. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Like I said, you probably didn't realize that this pocket letter would mean that much to me, but it does, and I really do appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you for taking the time to make it. I mean, I think that there was definitely a reason why she couldn't create it 4 months ago, and now she was able to create it now for me. I definitely think that there's a reason why certain pieces of this pocket letter she felt moved to include, even though she didn't know that I would feel this strongly about the pocket letter. I will be putting it up safe and not touching it for a very long time. I'll be putting it in my book so that I can pull it out and look at it over and over and over again. And I might leave it out and hang it up here on my wall until after this time of year. Look how awesome this is, guys. It says bead treasures. It's definitely a treasure. It's got my favorite colors inside of it. Very, very pretty. I love it. I'm just thinking now what I can do with that. I think I'll make myself a little bit of a charm, and maybe I'll hang that up to remind myself that she sent that to me. And then one final little package here I'm going to open. I couldn't save this paper. I apologize. Look, it's a gorgeous girl. And it's an apple. This is what she was talking about. She said in her little note that I wrote, she was talking about the apple because I love the fall so much. And I was wondering what she was talking about. And here it is, the gorgeous girl apple. What is her name? Does she have a name? Dear Apple is the name of the stamp. Super, super cool. I only have like 3 of these, so I'm really excited to have her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for taking the time to make this pocket letter. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea what it means to me. So thank you so very much. I hope you guys have a great evening and a rest of the weekend. Stay safe. It's Labor Day weekend, so stay safe out there. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.